Hello programmers, welcome to this Python tutorial. Before beginning this tutorial, I want you to know that you should be able to install Visual Studio Code and Python inside it. So the videos for getting those things installed is given in the description below. So check out those videos and just go grab them and just come here. So then we'll start making cool programs, and I'll be making videos in the form of episodes. So in this episode of Python tutorial, we'll be learning about print statements and data types. So let's first create a new file, and let's print. You can press Command S in Mac and Control S in Windows, and you will give a pop-up window. And let's just go and save this file in Python course. Well, I want to name this first.py save. I'll replace this because I already have a file, so I replace that file with this. So down here you can see that's Python 2.7. Python 2.7 and Python 3, there are two versions of Python. So the Python organization has stopped updating the version of Python 2 from this 2020 January 1. So the further progressing Python is Python 3, and that will be the latest Python and will be the Python that will be updated in the future. So we'll be using Python 3 for our tutorial. So let's begin. So first of all, we need to learn about the print statement. So what are print statements? Print statements are normally those statements which prints out something that we give to the code. For example, I type here print, I give a parenthesis, so which it will be enclosed inside this, anything inside this, for example 12, and if I save it, when I save this file, I just print this 12. So let's see how does it print. For working off this first.py, to run this we need terminal. In Visual Studio Code you can just get terminal by going down. You'll obtain a arrowhead here, this arrowhead, and when you obtain this arrowhead, just pull it up, you'll get a terminal. So in the terminal you should reach the folder that consists of this Python file. For example, so let's stay here. This when you do ls, you can see our Python file was inside this Python course. We saved the Python file inside this Python course. So let's just do cd Python course and enter. So again, when you type ls, you see our file. So we are inside the folder where our Python file lies. When you reach that place, you just type in Python and then the name of the Python file, and when you press enter, it just runs your Python program. So you can see here we have printed print 12, so it printed 12. So above this, if we had typed print hello world, which is the most common word to be printed in programming, hello world. So if we save this and again run the program further again, so what we get is hello world and 12. So we get hello world and 12. So this is because we printed hello world first and then 12. So if we go down again and print something like print 0.3, so if you save this and print this out, you'll get hello world 12 and 0.3. So this is the basic print statement where you can type anything print, and you can type in anything inside this and just save the program and then run that, and you get the printout. So first hello world, then 12, then 0.3, then this equal to, which you kept here. So this was the basic print statement, and for programmers, if you are choosing Python, you're in the right place to start programming because it's very easy to learn and you'll grasp it very easily. So this is the basic print statement. So now we will go for the data types. So we will go for the data types. So in data types, we usually have few things which are integer, float, string, list, and tuple. So the first one, which is the hello world, we printed here. So let's not just do this. Let's start it from integer. So what's integer? Integers are numbers which are normally whole numbers, negative numbers. For example, we do it print 12, the same thing we printed. So this value inside this parenthesis is an integer. So this is a number, so it is called integer. Anything inside double quotes like hello world, or maybe your name Adam Smith, maybe your address 221 Baker Street. So everything inside double quotes is string. So this is a string, so this is a string, and this is also a string. So basically anything that consists of alphanumeric characters and special characters are string. Let me present you example with a special character. So like this, for example, someone at example.com. So this is also a string which consists of a special character and alphabets. This consists of numbers and alphabets. So anything that is inside double quotes and which is alphanumeric and special characters, those are string. So if we run this program, what we print here is we print 12, we print hello world, we print Adam Smith, we print 221 Baker Street, and someone example.com. So let's go for the next data type. That is float. So floats are generally the numbers which consist of decimal values. For example, 0.35. So this is a float. So print, you can just write 2.5. This is a float. So it's just C and run it. So this 0.35 and 0.25 which I printed at and these are floats. So how do you know this is integer? How does the Python know that 12 is an integer, this is a string, and this is a float? So whenever you just need to know, just you can go in and type print. So before typing this any integer string, you can just type. So let's just leave a line, just leave a print statement, empty print statement. That what does it do is it leaves a line. So print type. So inside this, if I type 12, so this statement checks out this statement checks out the data type. You can just say that. So when I just go up here and run this Python program again, so what we get is we printed 12, we printed hello world, we printed Adam Smith, we printed 221 Baker Street, we printed someone at example.com, we printed 0.35, we printed 2.5, and there's a gap. We printed this just let me correct it. We can just give this print, remove those brackets, and I'll run this for the next time. So it will leave a line. When you just press print, it just leaves a line. And see, that's what is done here. Print type 12. What did happen? It shows type int, which means it's an integer. So in the same way, if we do print type and type in hello world, so what does it do? Let's see. It says type str, which means it's a string. Okay, this statement also checks out the data type and print type 2.5. So here also we can run the program again and let's see what happens? So the type is float. So I explained you this data types, and this is the way you can see the data types of the data you have in your program. So explaining this, you people who are approaching this programming for the first time may be thinking, what are this green thing after hatch? What are those green thing after hatch? What are they doing there? So simply I want to say those are comments which has nothing to do with the program. It is because when you have very lengthy programs and when you need to come back and edit codes, you need to understand what was done in the specific line. When you submit code to someone else, they could figure out what is being done in this line reading this. So these are the comments that are included in the program which has no functionality while running the program. So these are kind of useless thing. At the same time, it can be very useful sometimes when you need them. So you may have understood what are integer are, strings are, and floats are. Even if you haven't understood, so if you have any confusion regarding this, let me know in the comments. Statement checks out the data type, same thing. So let's leave two lines. Let's have double print here. So we'll be studying now the new data type. So those data types are lists, and lists data type. So list data types are those data types which has variety of data inside it. Those data types can be varying in size and length. So let me show you. Print, start the bracket. It starts with the big bracket, this one. We can keep 2, 4, 5 and just leave it. And when we run the program for the next time, we'll get output of 2, 4 and 5. So this is the way we get the output of 2, 4, 5. So basically if we search like print type 2, 4, 6, we give that type. What does it show? It shows type list. So this is the type of data is list. So we'll be talking more about lists in the coming videos, because lists are very wonderful things. They let you do a lot of things. They can be a mixture of both string integer and float. So how can you use? I will show a basic use in this video. So you can just to print and make it like 2, 4, 5, 7, and if you type in 2 after that, just see the format. So we have our list here, and after that we give another part 2. So what does it do? Let's see. So it prints 5. So how did it print 5? So it print 5 because, see, so in the list every data has its place value. So the place value here is, first one has the place value of 0, second one has the place value of 1, third has the place value of 2, and fourth one has the place value of 3. So if I again do print, or I can just copy this out and change the value to 1. So let's see, what does it print here? Let's leave a line and let's see what does it print here. So it prints 5 then 4, because the 4 is in the place value 1. So lists are something that combines different data types and stores. And for example, I can show you with print, let's leave a line and do it print. So you can use multiple types of data like 12, and again you can use a string of hello world, and you can use the data like 12 hello world, and then you can type in my name, you can type in 3.5. it can be it can be the mixture of datas. It can be the mixture of datas. So in this form, in this last print, I want you all to see it properly, so I'll print it out. So it's printed out. So when I print this out, what you get is 12, hello world, my name, 3.5, and we can easily access this data using those place value. For example, if we copy this out and do this too, so what do we get output here? So once pause this video and think what it will output, and then I'll just print it out and you can see if you're right or not. So when we get to here and let's run the program, so it prints out my name because the place value of 12 is 0, hello world is 1, and this is 2. So if you guessed it, you're right. Even if you guessed it wrong, you learned it. So it's a very slow process, but even if you are dedicated and you are into coding and you practice and you remember things, you can do it very fast. I figured it out that in this video it would be good that I don't talk about tuples, because we need to introduce things like variables for learning those things. When we you just understand that tuples are like list like data type, but cannot be changed. Well, you can consider this for now. In the next video you can see, if you are new to this channel, just go to your Python programming playlist and you can see the next video after this, episode 2, and there you can find out, or you can episode 2, and you can find out what are variables and what are constants and different things. And after that video we'll be learning tuple and list in more depth. So for now, we learned is print statement. We learned about different data types such as integer, string, and float. And after that we learned about how to check out what type of data type it is by using type statements. And we learned about list, how to access it by index or place value, and we discussed a little about tuple. So see you in the next video. Stay tuned. Please like, comment, and subscribe the channel. And if any of your friends or anyone wants to be a programmer or wants to start coding, please recommend them with this channel, and we'll be creating very cool projects very soon. Thank you. Keep watching. Bye for now.